My baby panda. Baby Choo Choo loves bamboo. And doing poo poo. Must be all the bamboo. My baby panda. I do love you. Grab your
Wrong button, meant to hit the mute button. Hello, this is W.A. Boykin II of Smart Home New Construction by PCF Home and the Ice Cream Shop Home Collective. This is a day the Lord hath made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. I feel good. I feel great. I feel terrific. I feel good. I feel great. I feel terrific. I feel good. I feel great. I feel terrific. I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart today. I've got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart, I've got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. Good day. How's everyone doing today? Today we will be going through our classic steps as well as moving to our next step. Okay. And these classic steps are for today's topic of how do you situate a house on your lot? So first, we're going to start out with our homes. I mean, the money. You need to show me the money. What do you need to do? Show me the money. No, you got to show me the money for people to actually understand. And what that basically means is you have a clear and almost like a scream type or a loud declaration, which is if you actually are going to get a home or finance your home, a pre-approval is great. However, if you actually get an actual mortgage commitment, a mortgage commitment is like cash. And all you're waiting on is the date to close. And you know exactly what date you can close and with how much money you can spend to close something, whether it be new construction or an existing home. The next step, oh, I almost forgot. And if you have cash, you need to have a bank account that can show the actual funds available. And if you're purchasing through another mode, such as 401k or something to that aspect, you need to be able to show wherewithal of being able to purchase. If you're purchasing utilizing a credit line, you need to have that proof that you have that amount to spend. If you're doing a crypto purchase, utilizing either a crypto mortgage or crypto cash, or actually crypto as your purchase unit, you need to be a prove that you have immediate access to those funds to complete your transaction. The next thing would be if you have a lot, you need to find a house. And in finding this house, you need to do the second part, which is you need to dream the house. You need to dream exactly what you want in your house. And the easy way to figure out what kind or type of house or the size of your house is if you already have your lot determines the size of your house. So let's say, for example, you have a 80 by 125 square foot home, and you're living in a municipality that allows for 20 feet on the front, from the front of the property line to the home of setback, and then you need an additional 15 feet total on both of the, in combination for your side setbacks. Then you need an additional 25 feet for your rear setback. So if you wanted a home that was only one level, that means the most you could have on the sides is 65 feet. Because it's an 80-foot lot minus the clearance needed of 15 feet for your side setbacks, and then you need an additional, what is it on the the front and the rear, you have to take off 45 feet, so that's 45 minus 130, leaving you what is it, the leaving you 85 feet. So you have 85 by 65. So you figure if that lot is 80 by 130 and you take the 15 off the sides and you take the 45 off the front and back, you have 65 times 85. That means you can have, utilizing the lot square footage, you could have an actual home size of 5,525 square feet. However, most municipalities, some municipalities ask that you only utilize 40% of the lot for the home. So you figure 40% of the lot with the 80 by 125 is 10,000 square feet, meaning a 4,000 square foot home. So you could have a larger than 4,000 square foot home if you had more than one floor. So you can have a maximum 4,000 square feet on the first level. And then, you can always say, take it up another level, and that'd be 8,000 square feet. Giving you the square footage you might actually want if 4,000 is not enough. Then our next step, also, you can decide if you only want to be on the first level, then the biggest home you can get is a 4,000 square foot home, and then you have to figure out, the style of home you want and the amenities you want, type of garage, how you if you want the garage attached, detached, how you want the house to look, what type of style of home. All these are for you when you are picking a house. Now we move on to what if you already have the type of house that you really, really want to build, and you just need to find a lot, the type of lot you want to build on. So what you need to do now is if your lot, I mean, if your home, let's just say we back up to the last example. If your home is 4,000 square feet and you want a home that's just on the first level, then you really need to have a home that, oh, excuse me, you need to find a lot that's at least 10,000 square feet or larger. And depending on what you want in the home as well, or what type of amenities you want for your lot, will also help you in deciding what type of home, excuse me, what size or type of lot you would like. Also, do you want a lot that is near the water? Do you want a lot near the beach? Do you want a lot that's more in the city? What type of things would you like to be around? Some people like to be around more hospitals, some people like to be around schools. All these things are important when you're deciding where you want your lot. And then you also want to make sure that before you start actually, well, the great thing is when you actually go through permitting and everything, your home plan would have had to been cleared by the actual permitting and zoning, so and the building department. So they would have had to clear the actual home plan. That's one of the good parts about going through permitting because if there's a style of home that's not allowed in that area, you'll know about it before you actually start building and spend the money and then have to actually start to tear it down before you finish the home or instead of enjoying your home. Okay, next. And next slide. And this is the beautiful Avalon home in the back. In your background, you're looking at a 1,581 square foot home with palatial ceilings, whirlpool bath, nice open spaces, whew, kitchen nook, attached two-car garage, and plenty of room on the outside for whatever thoughts you might have, such as a fire pit, grill, or whatever your heart desires, as long as zoning allows. That is what our contractors can create for you. Our next step is the well, you already said that one. Yes, yeah, that's all things on a lot choice. You want to decide exactly which agent you're going to work with to purchase the lot. If you actually purchase the lot from the agent that's listing the lot, they might not know everything about the lot. That's one of the benefits of buying the lot from a different agent that's actually listing it. I remember, unfortunately, I looked up some lots for a client, and what they were confessing or professing that you could do on zoning as far as splitting the lots, buying the one lot, and actually building a home, you could not do. These are some important clues. So you want to find a good agent because you also want them to check and see exactly where your home is situated as far as FEMA. And FEMA is the, don't ask me what exactly it stands for because it just blanked out as soon as I was about to say it. Is it, I want to say Federal Emergency. I cannot remember. Anyway, I'll look it up. You want to find out how your home is situated as far as a FEMA flood zone. If you're situated, if the lot that you want to build on is situated in the FEMA flood zone, just know that there's a good chance you might not be able to get home insurance. And if you do get home insurance, it's going to be quite high, costly rather. In addition to these, will also add cost to your build because then our contractors will have to raise your home and build it differently than most homes to prepare for the possibility of flooding and things to that aspect. So there are a lot of things that people need to think about when they're deciding exactly where they want their home to be built. And these are some good things to ask your agent that you're choosing when you're planning on speaking to another agent about a lot. And you can call around and attempt to find an agent, and you want to find somebody who you like to actually hear and hear what they're saying, whether it's something you are happy to hear or not. You want to hear what they're saying because sometimes the happy news isn't always the best news to hear. The actual news should be the actual relevant facts that would cause you to make a guided decision towards the best decision possible for yourself, your family, and the community. Also, your agent can assist you with if the lot has water and sewer access as well as electricity. If not, this is what we consider off grid is if you don't have electricity, sewer, or water, because that means that you will need to install a septic tank as well as a well, as well as a solar system or a generator operated system that would allow for you to get electricity if electricity is not readily available. And the you working with another agent outside the actual listing agent about that fact would be very healthy and a happy move for you as far as when you're actually in the middle of a party and you're having all your friends over and your generator is either out of gas or just you didn't plan for it. So you if you do plan to actually have a home that's completely the solar accessible for power or off grid, just make sure you're ready for various situations. Nothing wrong with being if your home that you want to live in to gives you peace is not near everything, then you just have to live away from everything. Or even if your home your lot is right in the area where you want to live, you still want to know that you have electrical access, water and sewer access. I do not own the rights to that song. I just had to hear what song they were playing on Scooby Doo. Let's see, and where were we? Oh, your agent. Yes, because having someone to actually assist you with verifying zoning as well as what do you call it? If it's a single family lot, a multi-family lot, and the rules of that lot. Because sometimes, like for example, in Florida, there's an area that lots are zoned RMF5. However, that doesn't mean, or the weird part is on this block, it's RMF5, so you can do 5 units per parcel. However, if you go around the corner, it's actually, what do you call it? Oh, 5 units per acre or half acre or something to that aspect where you can only put I think it's every half acre, 5 units every half acre, which is a total difference. Next, then choosing who you want as a builder or contractor for the house, and you want to check everything. And I just want to let you know it is not the easiest thing to find a good contractor or a builder to build your home and work with. Even for us to find the people that we work with, it took us a long time in Florida. And even in speaking to someone today, after me attempting to work with this person for over a week and a half, they let me know that they were just hearing what I was saying and they really didn't have actual space to work in their schedule. Their schedule was quite full. And whether that's true or not, I have to just go with the idea of it being true because that's what the person said. And then it's just the idea of, you're right. Well, why didn't you just say I'm a little bit busy right now in the beginning? And it could have saved everybody the time. So you do have these situations that you're going to deal with when you're out looking for a contractor to work with. And even with us creating our homes around the country, these you will have issues of just have to say people utilizing your time when they didn't actually plan to work with you. They just wanted to hear exactly what you were talking about to see what you were talking about. And I'm actually glad that I found out early because the great part about this is they don't know the actual plans that we have for the locale and city that they're in, just that we know that we will not be working with them in that city. Yep. Boy. Ooh. Wow. Let's see. Next step. How do you want to situate your house? Now, this is determined by possibly the HOA in the area or zoning. And if they are allowing on how you can situate your home, perhaps you might be able to turn it in different directions to give it a little bit more flair to a simpler house design just by how you situate it on the lot or situate it a certain way so it's easier for your eye of how you actually saw your home and saw you enjoying your home. And as long as the zoning department and planning department of the locale you're planning to place your home in is open to it, you will have no issues with how you place your home and how the home is situated. And that's the fun part because you get to figure out how to dance and make your home dance. Then dates. You want to correspond with your agent you're working with, as well as the lot owner, as well as the contractors and builders you're building your home with, and figure out your dates. With the agent, it's the date of the meeting at the title company or that docs will be sent virtually, possibly. With the builder contractor, it's the dates that you will be closing, the initial closing, and starting permitting and then construction. And for example, the with us, we have a 3-draw system where the first draw is after foundation is laid and walls are up. And in between these stages, we still have a home inspections done, as well as you come on site and actually see exactly if there's anything you want to change before we actually start erecting the concrete to give you your home ready for 200-mile-per-hour winds potentially. And so you want these kind of dates. And we give these various approximate dates because there's, especially, you have to be understanding with whatever locale you're in because of the things going on with government. You don't know which offices might be lower staffed, and you have to be cognizant of that. Otherwise, our dates are things to the aspect or mindset of this of we have the 5 weeks that you have to wait for permitting, but besides the 5 weeks of permitting, you have 28 days for the actual concrete to set for your foundation. Beyond that, your home is complete within 45 days. And that's with everything's moving smoothly. That's just construction time. That doesn't allow for things such as, when I got to check call. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to call around and see to the offices that in the states and counties where we're building, if the situation with government is actually affecting how permitting for construction is being affected. I will check that factor and get back to you. Then you also will get with us a date of the after the 1, 2, and the third, you'll get the one, like the first draw, second draw, a third draw. And then you get the last draw is the certificate of occupancy, and you get all of that in the dates when you request them. And those are just some important dates. And then, for example, if you're working with financing, it would be the dates that your funds would be sent to a title company, or in our case, our attorneys, which handle our closings. That's why we have professional attorneys to actually handle the closing and make sure that everything is done correct and professionally. And you definitely want to make sure that they're crossing their T's and dotting their I's, especially regarding checking title and things to that aspect. And then after your dates, you want to know if, for example, like with us, with veterans and certain groups, we're able to do zero down. Just please give us a call and see if you qualify at 941 218 0268. That's 941 218 0268. Otherwise, you may need to take a down payment and just need to know what that is. And we actually even have programs where you can come to the table and start with zero down, where you actually start the process and we begin the process. So give us a call to see the details of that and who is not available, who is applicable. Then we have the actual close at the title company, or in our case, either at the attorney's office or virtually, allowing you to just sit at home and sign your documents and just really be concerned about the new construction home and not be concerned about running around to various offices and waiting in between times to sign documents. That's one of the benefits of the virtual closing. And then that's pretty much it for your home. Now, the things we'll be discussing about today are how you want to situate your house. You know, you really can add a lot of flavor to how you decide to situate your house on the lot, whether you're deciding to face it towards the front property line or the side property line, if you're allowed on your lot. Because I've seen a lot of really, the only word I can think of is groovy styles of homes that have been given so much personality just by how the home was situated on the lot. Literally breathe life into, a nice house, but just because of how they situated on a lot, it just made it dance. Some locales would allow you to decide exactly how you want your home situated as long as you're meeting all the other permitting and zoning requirements and specifications. Also, there are various things of how you want your home situated. For example, you might want a garden in the backyard or a front garden, or you might want a different setup in your home than seen by most. And for example, if you want a big front yard setup, you would have your home situated more towards the rear of the lot. If you want a more privacy, you would have your home situated more towards the front setback line of the lot in just being respectful of sidewalk allowances if there was one, which is, oh, you know what? That's actually it. The property line usually is the truthfully a lot of locales a sidewalk because the on the other side is actually owned by the city or state it's in, even though you might think it's the street. So you have to find out those various things of where the actual property line is in the on the lot you're choosing because the lot has a sidewalk. The property line might be the sidewalk, or the property line might not be the sidewalk, but however, the property line should more than likely be the sidewalk because the sidewalk is not usually on private property. However, you are still responsible for the sidewalk in front of your home where it is your responsibility. So make sure if you're in various locales to attempt to keep your area around your home where it's easily accessible by everyone and safe for passage. Okay. This is the only thing that pops in my mind. So that was a very smooth, simplistic show today, and still want to remind you about the various lots we have available to create a new construction home, whether that's in Pennsylvania at 438 Winterberry Way or in Arkansas at 42 Almazan Way or in and those wow, I just really broke that hair. That really is a pain. Oh my god, that hair is long as heck. Oh my gosh. Anyway, um let's see. Whew. Let's see, those lots are owned by the charity and we're speaking with people in those locales to discuss building homes on those lots now. So if you are interested, please give us a call at 941-218-0268. That's 941-218-0268. If you're ready to go and looking to live in Florida, whether it be Port Charlotte at 256 Ravenswood in Port Charlotte at 33954. That's 256 Ravenswood, Port Charlotte 33954, or at 2163 and 2167 Flagstaff in Punta Gorda at 2163 and 2167 Flagstaff in Punta Gorda. We are excited and ready to create a home for you on either one of those lots. We are already ready to go with our builder and contractor in place, and we have some great choices for you from the ice cream shop home collective, such as your 1 scoop, 2 scoop, 3 scoop, sundae, or banana split being your home options, such as a 1 bedroom, 1 car garage, being the Greenlee, a 1 bedroom studio apartment above 336 heated square feet above a 1 car garage of 336 square feet. Full bedroom, full bath, full kitchen, or a studio apartment, 1 bedroom studio apartment. Excellent choice, the Greenlee. Or your 2 scoop option, your double scoops, 2 scoops. The Joshua, with your bedroom on the first level, along with the office and a spacious kitchen and living space. And then the additional office on the first level in the Joshua, which can actually be converted into a bedroom. And then on the second level, you have your master bedroom with full bath and a patio that spans the entire depth of the home. Open air patio, you can have a fire pit, place your grills or whatever you're thinking. And that's in the Joshua, and that is 1,200 heated square feet, if not including your outside patio space of over 400 square feet of outdoor upper level patio, almost feeling like a studio apartment loft living. Wonderful home, wonderful experience. Or if you're thinking about something like the Melia, your 3 scoop, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, narrow lot option, 2-story home, beautiful, comfortable, great for your starters, first time home buyers. Then you have your Sunday, which would be the Avalon, your modern luxury or your modest luxury, with the 3 bedroom, 2 car attached garage with 2 baths, 1 bath being a master bath that has a whirlpool tub, as well as his or her sinks and walk-in closet. The Avalon. Master bedroom and home also has 2 additional master bedrooms and a kitchen nook with high palatial ceilings and wide open spaces. And it's all on one level, 1,581 square feet. Oh, excuse me, I forgot to mention the Melia is 1,074 square feet, and the Avalon Modest Luxury Home is 1,581 square feet. Perhaps you're thinking a little bit more robusto, and you would like to look at the Riverside. The Riverside is a beautiful home of 3,453 square feet, built for you and your family. Think about it. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 3 car garage, 2 rear patios, first level, second level, additional patio, top level. Home is a win-win. Win-win-win. The Riverside. And that home, you still have your bedrooms on the first and second level, as well as all your living on the second level. Your kitchen, your master bedroom, all this on your second level, including your great room and family room, in addition to bedrooms on the first and second level. That's the Riverside. So give us a call and let us know what you have in mind. We're here to fill your dreams into reality at the Ice Cream Shop Home Collective. Our number is 941-218-0268. That's 941-218-0268. If looking on the web, please go to P as in Port, C as in Charlotte, F as in Florida, home.com. That's PCF HOME.com. If looking to email us, you can reach us at P as in Port, C as in Charlotte, F as in Florida, home 2023 at gmail.com. That's PCF Home 2023 at gmail.com. We thank you very much for listening to our show today. We know and we believe that it has helped and enriched your life. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Oh, also, if you happen to visit us on YouTube on the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Share this show if you're watching it. Post it on your timeline and all that type of media things. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. I had two things that popped in my head. She's leaving, leaving on a midnight train, Georgia, leaving on a midnight train. Yeah. Say she's going back to find simpler place and time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, no, she will. On a midnight train, Georgia. Well, I'd rather live in her world, than live without her in mine world. Live his and hers alone. And that popped into my head. And I also would like to say, thanks for the memories of listening to my show. And now it's time to go. Thank you much. It's all been a touch. I guess it's time for me to go. Couldn't think of anything else. We thank you so much. Thank you for listening to the show. Please share with friends and have a good day. Have a good week and have a good life. Take care of yourself, take care of your friends, and take care of your families. This has been W.A. Boykin II of Smart Home New Construction, PCF Home. Bye bye, everyone.